14, 15 years ago where the dad's dropping his daughter off to college, and instead it's like a ISIS fucking truck that picks her up.
Yep,
It's
pretty
like death,
much.
death to
That's not
America.
nice. That's not nice.
I think
Say
except for
that.
in that spoof, the daughter actually did some work and some
Right.
exercise and some monkey bars, stuff like that. But in reality, all these kids are doing is camping and asking for free food.
Yeah.
It's a weird protest.
The,
It's a weird
how
protest.
fast I would be to that campus to fucking talk about a stranglehold, to put my kid in a stranglehold.
Yeah,
Oh
no.
my God.
Oh
I'd
yeah.
be there so fast.
I mean, it ain't ever gonna happen. But if I ever turned on the TV one night and saw my son with a keffiyeh on and waving a Palestinian flag, I mean, it'd be like, don't come home ever.
Black and white on this. What am I gonna do? Why can't my light be right? All right, I'm gonna share this to the group.
Yeah,
Just is
it
what
would
it
just be like
is.
an instant, don't ever come home.
Yeah. No, I would go there and embarrass them. The same as Kanye's girlfriend or wife with the titties out all the time. Like if that was my daughter, the way I would embarrass her in the streets,
That's
she
how
would
it's
put
got to
some
be
fucking
done.
clothes on. She would put some goddamn clothes on.
I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no.
Yeah, you do have to make it clear that, yeah, you have no problem with your child being the a figure of ridicule.
Yeah,
If they're doing wrong,
Like, guess what? You're getting mocked.
I will come down there and spank you in front of all your friends
yeah. I don't have a problem with that. I will
while they
embarrass the
video,
fuck out of you.
while they
Yeah,
live stream it.
yes.
You'll never live
Let
it.
me be. I'm the most embarrassing. I've always been embarrassing. I will embarrass you in
Yeah,
public. I don't care.
yeah, I
I
have no
wish this
problem.
light was better.
I got no
I
problem. I got no problem at my son's middle school rolling down the window and yelling, "I love you, son." What was it? The other day, his friends came and pick him up for something, and one of his friends was standing outside the front door and was waiting for him. It was one of those awkward moments where the young kids they don't know what to say.
Yeah,
You know, they're just like, and I
yeah,
was like, don't worry, man. He'll be out in a minute. He's just putting his dolls away. All right. He's
yeah.
putting his dolls away on his doll shelf.
Yeah,
And then like a second later, my son runs out the front door. I'm like, have a good time.
yeah,
Don't
yeah.
talk about your dolls.
Yeah. When my daughter was like in, I think like seventh grade, this boy
oh,
came to the house and he had a basketball in his hand and he knocked on the door. My husband answered and he was like, "Is Kylie home?" He's like, "Why do you fucking care? Like, what do you want to do with her?" Like, he had a
Correct.
basketball. He could have said, "I
Correct.
want to play basketball." Like, he could have said that. He's like, "Arr." He's so scared.
That's good
he's
though,
like,
because I remember in my youth, I was afraid of every man that was bigger than me, especially my
Yeah,
friends' dads. I'd go over their
for
house.
sure.
I wouldn't make eye contact. I'd be afraid to like knock into something. Like I didn't want to step too hard because maybe like a picture frame would tilt.
Yeah.
My friend's dad would get up and just start beating me. Like, and none of this ever happened, but in my mind, like I really
For
thought that,
sure.
you've
and
already had a full-on encounter with the
Yeah.
man, and you're traumatized from it.
yeah, well, maybe, but like in my mind, if I put a foot wrong in my friend's house, Mr.
Yeah.
McLaughlin is gonna beat me and drag me
Yeah.
out on the street, and the cops are gonna arrest me. Like, and he's gonna be
how,
celebrated as a hero,
how dare you inconvenience this
Exactly.
man?
and I'm gonna go to jail. Like that was like the mindset of the kids back then. Was like, you better be, yeah, you were afraid.
Yeah. I used to try and make like Kylie's friends not her friends, but like when she had had a high school boyfriend that she had all the way through high school. So his friends would come and he played football and stuff. So when his friends would come around, I would like try and be like, I remember I've yelled at it. I've yelled at a lot of kids for sure.
Yeah, yeah, me
But
too. Yeah, if you're a dad of or dad or any parent of daughters, like you got to be real erratic.
yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
you got to come off as dangerous.
Crazy.
You got to go,
Unhinged.
Crazy.
yeah,
I feel
check
like
that
a
box.
lot
Or
of
you got to,
people's friends are scared of Kylie's mom. Kylie's mom's crazy. And I used to
yeah,
tell her, like, you could tell him my mom's crazy, like as an excuse, you just say, I can't do that. Like if it's something that you feel uncomfortable about, you don't want to do it, say my mom's crazy. Like
She
And
won't
I'll
let that
back that.
happen.
I'll back it. I'll back that
Mhm.
play.
It's like I have the
I do this
receipts.
thing. I just charge out front. I'm just like, I tell you what, and I just start yelling random stuff, and they're just like,
Yeah.
scattering. They're just scattering. I tell
All
you
right,
what.
go ahead and start recording the audio, senor, and we'll get this shit on the road.
That
Alrighty.
pretty puppy though. Look at.
What's up, Mr. Jelly Bones? 3, 2, 1, let's roll.
Good evening, Endless Ranters. Welcome back for episode 190 of your Endless Ranters podcast. We do what we want and we appreciate your support. My name is Chris. I'm a mostly peaceful dad from North Texas. I'm in a pretty good mood right now, and I'm one of your hosts for this evening. I'm joined by my other host. It's a soggy mom, or no, yeah, soggy mom from a crunchy mom's world. Kwana, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Happy Friday.
Well, happy Friday to you. I
Week.
hope everybody's feeling very copacetic and calm right now.
Yeah.
Producer Manny, man with a plan. What's going down? Mall man.
Sizzle, sizzle, everybody, and
like-
everyone on YouTube watching. Christopher, that's the most elegant intro as always. Thank you.
I'm
It's good
feeling
to
very
be here.
Dr. Seuss tonight.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Gonna start rhyming a lot
Better
of
than
stuff.
Dr. Phil.
Mole man. Dr. Phil's getting based out there. Tell you what, like everybody's like every right wing influencer like, can I get Dr. Phil on my show?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he went to the Texas border. He's like,
That's right,
yeah,
damn it. He's all
yeah,
about protecting the
You're right.
the children's.
All right, Dr. Oz. Then he's still scamming people on
Yeah.
Instagram for heart meds.
Oh, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. We were talking about this on the happy hour, the Mike Tyson Logan kid fight, but
Yeah.
like it's a matter of time before Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil get into like a boxing match for charity. For charity, of course, to help the
Remember when
kids.
they used to do that? Like when the dudes would
Celebrity.
be fighting somebody. Oh,
Yeah, it's like a lot of Tanya Harding fighting everybody.
oh,
Tanya Harding fighting all comers,
yeah.
literally.
Yeah, those are simpler times.
Oh,
Do you remember Circus of the Stars? Before we get into stuff.
I'm sorry, what
I
Circus of
think
the
so.
Stars?
Like that was like a
Wait,
that was
wait,
like
do you mean Hollywood? Is that what I don't
No, like Brooke Shields doing the fucking trapeze, motherfucker.
Oh.
yes.
This
Well,
is definitely before my before my time.
Yeah, it was. I was a little girl. I remember thinking that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
Wait, did anybody come out
was-
riding on dolphins?
No,
Probably.
No. It
Like,
was actual circus.
only Cheryl
like,
Ladd.
Circus. Oh.
only Cheryl Ladd and Farrah Fawcett.
Okay.
Do they count?
Of
Yeah.
course. Come on now.
Okay. Just I'm sorry, I've calmed down a little bit. But
Yeah.
yeah, there was a period in time in the late 70s, early 80s where I'll admit I fell into it, my young self. I fell into the vicious cycle of celebrity worship. And also like, Chrissy from Three's Company was playing volleyball in a bikini
Yeah.
on network television.
Yeah.
And I'm like 9 years old
I'm in.
thinking this is
Sold.
some good programming right here.
Yeah.
It's like you got
And
the
there
whole you got,
wasn't in our
you got
defense,
Charlie's
there wasn't a lot of
Angels.
programming. That
That's
was
true.
what was on.
well, it was
So
all American
that's-
programming. Your parents were just like, this is USA, baby. Let's watch
Yeah.
the girls from Charlie's Angels play beach volleyball
This is
Against-
America. It's on TV. We must watch it.
against the cast from Welcome Back Kotter.
Oh, I
See
love
what
that
happens.
show.
See if
I'm
there's
always
any
given references to that show. I love that show.
that was a great that was we were talking about Head of the Class with Howard Hesseman and Robin Givens and all those adults that played teenage high school kids. But Welcome Back Kotter was like one of the first because those kids are probably even older.
Yeah, you're right.
The
You're
kids
right.
playing high school
Yeah.
students back in like Welcome Back Kotter probably in their 60s.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. I don't know, but yeah.
No, but they were definitely, I mean, I guess I could ask
You can
Alexa.
Google it right now if you feel like
Alexa,
it. But
how old was John Travolta on Welcome Back Carter?
69.
I was talking about that horseshoe.
She
I was
hates
talking
me.
I was talking about that horse. Was it Horsehound? He was 74 years old at the time of filming. Anyway, let's move on before I get fact checked.
Right, the puppy
Moving
just
on.
said something naughty. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I mean,
Got a dog.
So much going on over there.
All right.
That's all right.
I'm in a good mood. With all the stuff going on, like little something about my last 3 weeks with
Hmm.
all the upheaval
Right.
going on around America, our major cities and
Yeah.
elite universities.
College campus.
Well,
Yeah.
look, it is election year, so come on.
Well, let
Yeah.
me tell you, maybe
It's
this is something to
Soros
do with it.
season.
Maybe this is something to do with it because despite all that, I've been in one hell of a mood because about 3 weeks ago,
Uh-huh.
Laura, my wife, started making quiches in bulk. She made like a bunch of quiches. They were so good. There was like ham,
They're
like
so
East.
good. The crust,
It was like Easter, like like the pie crust, and
the
like eat.
crust on a quiche is so
It was a
good.
bunch
All
of
right. What's
obviously
your
the
quiche
eggs, and there was
power
like
ranking? What is it?
Easter ham and some onions and whatever else you could find to throw in there. And then after the quiches ran out, I had a steady stream of shepherd's pies. It's been good
Your
eating this.
birthday? Was it your birthday?
No,
Oh, okay.
no,
Well,
just
just let me
spring.
know.
Or maybe it's election year, like Manny was saying. Maybe there's some kind of maybe
Election year
I'll tell you
provides all
what,
sorts of wacky results, all
maybe
sorts of
something's afoot.
yeah. Yeah.
Maybe there's some kind of grand conspiracy.
That
But
is
anyway, I've
good.
been
That's
like
good.
nailing like
Hey,
shepherd's pies. I got like a
you're
few in the
winning.
freezer still. And then
Wow.
like and then like this week, shrimp on the grits. Yeah, something's going on.
Oh, grits are so good.
Something's
Just
going
put
on.
some cheese in them. Grits are
Oh
so
yeah.
good.
Shrimp and grits
Trying
are
to
so
fatten you up. Just trying to fatten you up.
shrimp and
I think
grits.
so, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, it makes me
That's a
happy, it makes
good
her
that's
happy.
a
That's
good ass
fine.
woman you got. That's
It's a
good.
win-win.
For
Makes me
real.
That's
Shout out
happy.
to the missus for holding it down.
Mama's happy when she's making grits
Yeah.
and quiche. That means mama's
So
happy.
between that and like cleansing my palate with nonstop Ted Nugent Stranglehold and Van Halen Eruption, like between
Yeah.
I've been dude maintaining and staying in a pretty good
Like,
mood despite all these sons of bitches out there and sons of bitches and pricks out there like trying to burn our flag and wave at other countries' flags and
Right.
right,
trying to give all our money away.
right.
Yeah, being
Devil's advocate, this is America. You are free to do as you please. So why not wave another country's flag instead of our own?
I guess. I mean, yeah, the freedom. All right. But there's consequences.
Sure.
I'm gonna feel a certain way
Yeah.
about you. You're
Exactly.
your field of you're look at you can look at my hat and feel a certain way about me.
Hmm.
Sure.
That's cool.
Sure. I don't know what your hat means actually, so I'm kind of feeling away.
Oh, it's just like a abomination of the American flag, but it has
Oh.
to do with fishing. So it's like,
Okay.
it's got a fishing hook.
I mean,
All right,
speaking of hats. Okay.
relax, everybody.
Okay. Okay.
What is that's got a California bear.
California bear, baby.
Because of all the bear versus man talk lately, she has to keep the bear
Oh
theme rolling.
boy.
Yeah. I just went and fucked up
In case
Chris's
you're
mood.
wondering what I choose, it's bear all day.
Quanta's
This,
bearing down.
this is both a micro and macro aggression attack.
I only know how to attack in one way, and it's
I don't really appreciate you taking advantage of my, not paying attention that much to, things.
yeah,
And then
anything. Yeah,
then you spring this hat on
sure.
me.
No,
Then you,
this is my favorite
Surprise,
hat.
bitch.
No, wait, I have another one. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait.
Oh my god. She's doing a hat change in the middle of an episode, everybody.
it's an
Well,
attack.
Yeah.
it might be even more of an attack. This one says,
Oh, I love when men shut the fuck up.
Huh? I don't get it.
less.
Does not compute. I do. Well, be honest, I do too sometimes.
Right.
You're like,
When you go on a tear, it's just like everyone's in for it.
yeah, it's fair. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah, not all men need to, speak their mind.
Uh, word.
Some
Well,
guys like Mark Hamill, like Luke
uh,
Skywalker. Did you see that son of a bitch today at the White House at the press conference or whatever? I don't even know. I didn't see much of it, but
Tomorrow's May
we're
the
becoming a
4th,
joke.
so yeah.
oh, is that why he was there to commemorate
I,
the legacy of Star Wars?
you tell me.
Mm,
You tell me. I don't know. I don't know
Well,
what
he's
to
a
say.
Biden sycophant.
Oh, okay. I
That's
didn't
one
know that.
thing. Yeah, it's weird. Real weird. He like trolls for Biden. And he's like a
So
famous it doesn't compute. But anyway,
Well, before we move on, I also want to take this opportunity to celebrate our very own China Robbie Spotlight. Happy belated birthday. Didn't get a chance to tell him.
trying to
So,
rub. Happy
yeah.
China.
birthday, Robbie.
Yeah. We see
Happy
you out
birthday,
there
Robbie.
living it up. We miss you over here.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Love you. So happy for your family, all your kids and your daughter.
Hmm.
His daughter's
Yeah.
got a luscious head of hair.
Oh my gosh,
You know what I'm
right?
saying?
Uh-huh.
Like that is some
So
hair that women
beautiful.
like
So
I know enough about
shiny. It's
women.
so shiny.
Yeah, I know enough about women that women are like, I'm gonna try to steal that girl's hair.
It's
Some
so
some women.
shiny and
Some women are like, I want
beautiful.
that girl's hair.
No,
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna get it.
so shiny and beautiful.
Robbie's got the hair
Beautiful
DNA.
too.
He
Yeah.
does, man.
Yeah, he
His
does.
dad too. Have you seen his dad?
Oh yeah, he's
Dad's
got
got a
a
full, thick, like
thick
down,
pastor, like
yeah.
old school pastor head of hair on him. Yes,
Look,
sir.
Yeah.
I haven't proven it scientifically
Full of wisdom,
y-
that haircut.
yet, but Guatemalans have been known to have some of the most luscious head of hairs out there on planet Earth.
Really?
Yes,
Really?
Really?
yes, yes.
Okay.
Nice. It's good. It's important to know. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's important. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah,
Mark it
all you thin-haired women out there, you should hook up with yourself a Guatemalan man.
There you
down.
go. Set yourself straight.
That's right. But I don't know. I think it's like the women's hair, whatever.
Yeah. Happy Friday.
Yeah,
Happy
happy
Friday.
Friday.
Yep. Like I said, I'm pretty happy despite
Sorry.
all the ongoings. We had
Yeah.
good. We had a good happy hour. Some good
Yeah.
friends joined us.
Yeah.
I like listening to
Yeah.
Coop and Russ's
If you listen to
war
this
stories.
podcast, you should come to the happy hour and just come say hi.
Yeah.
Nice to have
Join
people join us.
join the
Mhm.
Endless Randoms Facebook group, and from there you can get a link to the happy hour every Friday,
Yes.
5 p.m. Pacific time, and then you can figure out your time zone accordingly.
Yeah.
Uh,
5 o'clock in California.
yeah, 5 p.m. Pacific. There you go.
You do your
So
own math.
since there's all this unrest on the campus, the what is it? The frat bros are the ones that stepped in to save the day.
Dude, bros.
Ads.
All the chads.
Yes, sir. It's inspiring.
I love it. I love it so much.
As I've said many times, to get in touch with my youth, I'm going to become my youth again. So
Mhm.
watch out.
Yeah.
It's going to get the next 20 to 30 years going to be, I don't know, eventful to say the least. But yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Um, that's the way to fight back, I think. It's going to get a little ugly.
Mhm.
It is going to get a little ugly because when you get like 300 frat bros, dude bros together, a couple of them are probably going to act inappropriate. They're probably going to say some stupid
Problematic.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something, when you get 100 Antifas together or a couple hundred BLM folks together and a couple hundred Palestinian free, much worse,
Mhm.
much worse. Okay, you see
For
these
sure.
crowds, these dudes, these white kids, these frat bros, and they're all wearing their USA flag tank tops and suits and whatnot. And like, there's like 200 of them, and like two of them act like an asshole.
USA do
Sure.
rags, the USA
Yeah,
flag
yeah.
do
Okay.
rag. Yeah.
That's 1%. That's 2% at most, right? You
Yeah.
look at the other side, and all those other ones are telling you to fuck off and die and kill yourself. And
Can you
they're all the
imagine if
worst
you were paying that
looking.
much money?
Yeah, they're all the worst looking, most unenviable,
Unfuckable.
ugliest,
You can say it.
yeah,
Unfuckable
unfuckable,
kids. I mean,
least desirable humans on the planet. And they're just waving their Palestinian flags and they're just saying death to America. And
oh my gosh. Russ had a name for that the black and white thing that they're wearing all the time. Like
the
it's so
keffiyeh.
weird.
Yeah, the keffiyeh is a scarf. It's like, it's a knit piece of fabric, but it has become
But when you see a blonde, beautiful girl wearing it, like
yeah.
it's so weird. Like enough.
They're so,
Sorry.
it's so dumb because it's
Respectfully.
like, listen, girl, you're not going to fare well in Riyadh. Okay. Like all
Yeah.
your selfies, right? Where you're doing this, like we're doing duck lips and you're doing like you're
You
gonna
guys
get
ever listen
stoned.
to This Mom's House?
You're gonna get stoned to death. If you act like you
No.
act and you go over to their world, you're gonna get stoned to death.
There's a
Stop
couple that's
thinking.
like traveling through like the Middle East. Like they're just like trying to travel on a budget, but they're like going into some like really scary, sketchy places on
Mhm.
TikTok. And it's like this is not where you go. Like you just don't go do that. Like and I think that we should be, you know, did Elon Musk say it? A one-way ticket to wherever if you're gonna switch out the flag. Okay.
Oh, send it to the country, the flag that they want to switch it with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously it'd be unconstitutional to deport these pieces of garbage over to another country.
But you could draft them if
But what's that Louis
they're
Key?
that
There's that Louis
determined they
C.K.
could go.
bit. There's a Louis C.K. bit. It's like, yeah, it's probably unconstitutional to like scoop up dumbass college kids and drop them in Gaza, but maybe that's what they need. That's a Louis C.K. bit. Like, but
Is that brand new? Is
maybe.
that a brand new Louis C.K.
No, I
bit?
think it's an old
Nah, that's
one.
his old bit. Yeah,
Oh
he's been doing
wow.
that for a while. He'll say something terrible, like,
But
and it's like, but
maybe.
maybe.
Nice.
Um, yeah, it's funny. But yeah, maybe you should be dropped off. But no, we got to draw the line somewhere, and we can't act like them. But we can kind of joke about it, can't we?
Mhm.
Sure.
Well,
Sure.
speaking of
Well, we
jokes, I
can't
mean,
hear, obviously.
there's a lot of, anger and whatnot, but there's been a lot of comedic fruit born out of all this craziness. Like
Yes,
students
sir.
being carried
Yeah.
away, the people LARPing as, protest riot squad with their
Can you get
faux
that video up of
shields.
the Rubbermaid gang?
Yeah. I left that open
Please.
for a reason.
Please.
Hold on.
Please. Pretty
I'll
please.
be honest with you, I'm very angry at this video. I'm very angry at the cameraman because he didn't really get good footage. Like you need to
He
like
didn't.
drop back, climb a
Yeah.
tree, and get like an
Yeah.
aerial view of this
For
beatdown.
sure. 1,000,000%.
Because there was one guy that painted his trash can in
Oh,
like
wow.
Palestinian colors, but they don't show you what happened to him. And I'm just like, I hope he got wrecked.
Here we go.
This is is this a South Park?
Look at the way they run.
Is this a
I
Funny or Die
swear to God, if
video?
they were on a girls' soccer field, the girls would fucking knock those bitches down.
Oh, that guy didn't paint his.
Boom.
If you rewind it, the guy that painted his trash can. Yeah, I
Oh,
want
the
to see
dude all the way in the
more.
back.
He didn't paint it because painting is hard. He used duct tape. Painting is hard and messy and requires chemicals to clean up. He bought duct tape to make his to
I love it.
look at Rubbermaid trash can. A Rubbermaid trash can.
Oh man.
Can you at least get one of those old school metal trash cans and cut it with a saw? Like no, they can't because they can't cut that. Like
That's what Dewey said. Dewey said.
you can't cut a metal trash can with scissors.
I mean, you could if you took like a shop
Not
class. You
not the
probably
safety
could.
scissors, not the safety scissors they use, okay? Come on. These are the plastic ones that have the blade covered.
Well,
It
what
would
did
take
they
a
think that
while.
was going to stop? I mean, I guess pepper spray. If pepper spray was coming, that would stop pepper spray. But that's
No, it won't.
literally the only.
Because no, they're just like they're pretending. They're like doing Minecraft in real life. I'm not even gonna give them the like Grand Theft Auto or
Yeah.
even Dungeons and Dragons. They're playing Minecraft in real life.
Well, I
Like
don't know
bringing
what
out-
that is.
bringing out like a pixelized sticks.
What are they
That's
gonna
their
just
weapon. Their weapon is the Minecraft sword. It's like a foam, the foam
it's
Minecraft
all
sword.
pixelated. It's just like, come on, I'm gonna take you down with this.
No, it's a
I
literal
know.
foam
I
mine.
know.
You can buy those anyway.
It's like they go to like a local sports shop and be like, I'm just gonna try and shoot.
You could buy those for like $2 at the checkout at Academy, like a Minecraft foam sword, and just like start hitting cops with it, and then just have your world wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
I encourage it. Get out there. Get
One of
out
my
there with
homies.
your plastic trash can lids and your Minecraft foam swords and fight the
Mhm.
power. Fight the power, my brothers and sisters. So, sorry.
And the way they were like held back and released, like it all feels like we're watching a movie.
I
Like
want to.
it's not real. Like where were they? Show it again. Like where were they being held back and then released?
I think
out
they were
like
like in that some bill, maybe some area that they cordoned off, or I don't know. It's
I want
just
to give you
like
the
stupid.
best argument that anyone could ever make for the Neuralink, right?
is
The chip
this?
is that I want to be hooked up to the Neuralink of the cop in the front line when these soy boys are running at him. And the cop is like, I want to feel what the cop is feeling, where he's just like, what what's happening? Oh, and he
Yeah.
starts feeling joy because I'm about to beat this guy. I'm about to beat this guy with a trash can. And he's like his endorphin rush, like you start
Yeah.
feeling like
New achievement unlocked.
his joy where some 110-pound dude
Mhm.
Yeah.
charging him with
What
a
it feels
plastic
like
trash
to
can
throat check somebody. Yeah.
and a foam Minecraft sword.
Yeah.
And you're like, and you get to feel like where he initially is feeling fear when the soy boys come around the corner. But then as he like focuses in on them and he realizes they're no threat, he goes from fear to just joy.
Yeah.
Like
Instantly.
it's time to round some people up.
It really
Anyway,
is. Yeah.
unbelievable.
There's a lot of kids that need some motherfucking spankings. I'm telling you right now. There's a
Yeah,
lot of kids
none
that
of those.
their parents never fucking told them what.
I'll be
Never.
honest.
Never.
I do believe in corporal punishment. And
If I'm paying $13,000 a semester and you're doing that shit, do
was that
not
UCLA?
yeah.
UCLA,
Do not
USC,
expect
all
me to
types.
come down. I will be down. Oh my Lord.
Oh yeah, my dad made it clear that like there'll be no bailing out. Like if you found yourself in that situation,
You're
Yeah.
on your
it
own.
must be your
It's
fault.
on.
It
Yeah.
was like it had to be your fault, so don't ever expect.
Ever.
Don't call on me.
Man, amazing.
Yeah.
They're living in a like I've never like I have lived in a fantasy world before, but I was 12,
Uh-huh.
right? I had cap guns and plastic helmets. My
Here's
friends
my
were wearing
thought.
like fake Indian things. We were playing Cowboys and Indians. It's like I remember being in Fantasyland, but I was 12,
Yeah.
I wasn't 18, 19, 20, 25. Some of these freaks.
Here's my thought though, is that, and I saw the video of the girl whose graduation. Can you hear my puppies fighting Billy?
No.
The video that I saw of the girl whose USC canceled their graduation.
Oh, I saw that
Yeah, I saw
video.
And
it.
Yeah.
and her graduation was canceled in 2020 also. So when you think about like 2020 to 2024, it feels like it's been a wink of a like nothing.
It's been a fast
And
4 years, yeah.
right. And now these kids are graduating and what they have seen is what do they call it in Portland when they fucking overtook the state?
Oh,
The Chaz.
Chaz.
It was
Chaz
Chaz,
They
Chop
saw
Chaz and Chop.
they
Yeah.
Chaz and Chop. They
in the
saw Black
morning.
Lives Matter. They saw like all of this shit. So they're like, this is our turn. They're like trying
Yeah.
to be whatever. Like, I just feel like
Posers. We
and
would
the
call them
parents of
posers
those
back in the
kids.
day.
I know.
We would call them posers.
Oh, yeah,
And
they
and if
are.
you were called a poser in like the late
You
80s,
should be
early 90s,
embarrassed.
you were devastated. Like you had to go into hiding
You did.
to unpose. Like you had to yeah, you had to
Yes.
like do something drastic to like, make everybody forgive you for being such a fucking poser.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're right.
But I tell you what, like,
Word.
tell me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Okay. I will.
There was one dude that came up with Chop or Chaz and Chop and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Guarantee you that dude's dad never laid a hand on him.
bro. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying
No, no,
you got to judge your kid by the kid. I got a kid
no. No,
that I got a kid that, you know,
need some
requires
hands.
requires attention. I got a kid that is like can be reasoned with, who's like twice the, you know, half the age, but it can be reasoned with perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
So you got to judge it, but it's like these Chaz and Chop and all these. I mean, these kids have just been honestly, they've been neglected.
Mhm.
They have been neglected. They've been taught wrong by their parents. They've been taught to
I feel like the
worry.
screens, like the screen. Yes.
They've been taught to worry. Their parents have told them in not in a verbal way, but their parents have told them, get on your screen and leave me alone. Go find yourself something to worry about. Yeah,
Go
but
manifest
they've been
your
taught to
own
just worry about
personality.
everything. They've been taught to worry about everything. Like, oh, you got a cut, it's gonna get infected. Oh my god, amputation.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a joke, but the other, like, you know, my generation was just like, stop
Wondering
crying.
it.
Stop crying, or I will give you something to cry about.
Oh my God.
Like, I can make this worse
Yes.
for you. I can make it worse for you.
Yeah.
And it's like if you cry, like when they sprayed the Bactine on you, if you cry, it's like,
Oh my God. It was so.
but then you just run off. Like you go
Yeah.
through that,
Yeah.
but then you just run off, and like a dog, like running off into the
Yeah.
distance, like you just run off
Yeah.
again with the smell of
I lost
Bactine
a
on you.
tooth last night. Exactly. It just is what it is. Yeah. I feel
Oh,
like
these,
my kids are the last generation. Like they existed before screens. Screens came mid my raising of my kids. Like,
How'd you view
yeah,
it as a blessing in disguise, or you're just like, I'm not
no, no,
gonna.
no. I was scared. Oprah, I was addicted to Oprah back in the day, and she was like, they're gonna molest your children from the inside. So I was immediately like, no computers. Like Kylie spent her entire high school, like she's was great grades, lettered in her sport, like she was the best student, the best kid. But I made her talk and do all of her computer stuff in the middle of the living room, like with the laptop open that I could see everything. If she was talking to her friends online, like I'm in it. Like there is no weirdo coming in from another place. Because Oprah said they're
yeah,
coming in through your computer screen. They're
How
gonna
would
get your
she
kids.
know?
And they
Does she
are.
have
They
inside
are.
knowledge, information
No,
that
but
she had withheld?
no, but
Go
they
on
back
to you,
are.
in
Oprah.
back in 1985, here's how my mom would spy on me. Would
Oh,
look in
would
my
she
back.
use like one of those pirate lenses or
Nope,
whatever?
nope. Just she would just do one of two things. One was look in my backpack.
Yes.
That's it.
Old
That's all I
school.
had. That's all I had was my
Yeah, tried
backpack.
and true.
Yeah.
Number two was just when I'm on the phone with somebody, one of my friends, like just pick up the other phone. Because like that landline, that's
Yeah,
what you
the
could do.
spy, the spy.
So
Yes.
when you're talking to your friends about whatever scheme, like whatever you're gonna blow up with fireworks, you'd be listening for that click and like a different sound, and you'd be like, what was that?
Yep.
What was that?
Oh shit, the feds are
That was
onto us.
Is that
Quick,
your
that
hang
was the
up.
mom? Is that your mom? Is that your mom?
that was the original. What was that? Like, what was that?
Yeah.
I got in big trouble. I don't know why I looked at the door like I'm like waiting for someone to break in and like put me in jail, but like I was on the phone with my like a girlfriend or something like that, and I thought it'd be cool to talk shit. And my mom was like, "Give me an attitude," of course, you know. And I got
Right.
on the phone with this girl, and I was like, "God, what a bitch!" And then I heard my mom's voice be like, "Chris," and I was like, "Oh,
What's this bitch want now?
bad." It was a bad couple days. That was a bad couple days. That was the only time my mom's ever heard me talk to her about her like that.
Oof.
I felt terrible. I bet I felt terrible. I was very
Yeah.
angry. Of course,
Yeah.
I didn't let her know I felt terrible.
Yeah.
I actually took the total opposite direction with her. Inside, I felt terrible, but outside, it
Outside.
was like, "Why are you spying on
Here,
me?
here's the
Why are you
thing.
violating my
Moms,
rights?"
something about when a human comes out of you, Like you just are like, yeah, all right,
I
they're
felt
just gonna
so
hurt they're just
bad.
gonna hurt my feelings over and over
Yeah.
again for infinity.
Yeah, I felt so bad. And then I see that kind of stuff happen with Laura and my son, and I'm like, yeah, I did that too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You
you
should
can
you
make
should have
her a
chosen the
quiche.
you should have
You
chosen the
should make
bear.
her a quiche.
You should have chosen the bear. Your
I hope at
mistake.
least on Sundays you crack like a bottle of champagne and be like, here you go, baby. Like, let's go.
Mm,
No.
she cracks it herself.
By the
Okay,
way,
good.
I'd
Good,
like to
good.
double back.
Maybe I'm there and I got to pop it if just by happenstance, but
I'd like to double
I
back
mean,
since Kwana brought up the quiche. What's your
she
quiche
would
power
probably like you
ranking?
to do it for her. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wish I had some
Oh,
quiche
quiche
right
power
now.
ranking.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say ham and brie with a
Brie.
spring
Oh,
onion.
interesting.
With a
Oh,
spring onion.
is that
Oh,
Northern California basketball town talking?
no.
The
I'm just saying
Brie.
you make it yourself. You make what you want. You do what you want. I'm an endless ranter. I do
Yeah,
it
I could
all.
see her doing that if we had like Brie left over from a party or something like.
I mean, Costco brie is so reasonable. You should just have it in your house.
That's a good point. We eat a
Treat
lot of cheese.
yourself.
We eat a lot of cheese. Yeah.
Sunday comes every week. Treat yourself. Right?
We eat a lot. We eat cheese like nonstop. So
Yeah. Yep.
love the cheese.
Cheese. Same.
It ain't easy being
I know I've
cheesy, is
told
what
you
my
about the
friend used to
cheese.
say.
I know I've told you about the cheese caves, but
Were they cheese caves or like salt cave? I don't know.
no, there's
You've
cheese
told us about a
caves.
lot of caves. Let's
No,
That's true.
no.
a lot
It's
of cave
true.
talk.
We'll save the cave
All
talk
right.
for another episode. A
All right.
dedicated cave episode.
I'll share the cheese caves in the group so everybody knows.
All right.
But
I think I've heard of this.
government cheese. They
I'd like
store
to.
it somewhere and it's in
Yeah.
caves.
Uh, I don't think there's any human on the planet that doesn't like to learn about things underground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like whether it's like a giant like file cabinet where they just store files underground, or whether that's
Or a brand new
cheese
ocean
Or
underneath
or salt.
our Earth's crust.
What are you trying to get us canceled? Uh, or like salt under the ground, or like underground bunkers. Like we like things underground.
underground alien base. The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, me and my friends used to dig holes in like underground forts when we were kids. We like undergrounds. I don't
Holes
know.
dug. So many holes dug.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Same.
remember I was standing in the middle of a hole I dug when my friend decided he was gonna like start hitting golf balls off the side. Like hit me in the side of the head with a golf ball, like point blank range.
I think that might have had some long-term effects on you, bro.
I was so mad at him, you know, but we got over it. We were friends after that. It was careless on his part, but
Yeah.
whatever. I
Boys are gonna boy.
probably set fire to his backyard at some point. Or looked at his sister
gosh.
wrong. I don't know.
So many fires started in the 80s, right? Like
Oh, we used to set fires all the time. We were like, I mean, setting. We love
for
setting fires.
sure. For sure. I have been responsible for
Is it an appreciation for fire, or are humans just, a good percentage of us just pyromaniacs and we just don't even know it?
I mean, it's an
My
ugly word. It's an
cousins
ugly
made me
word.
go in
It's
as
a
a little
slur.
girl and steal matches to start a fire.
Yeah,
They
matches
made
should be
me,
free.
the littlest, cutest one, go in and steal matches.
Case in
It's
point,
the
right there.
I mean, if
Yeah.
you really think about it in American culture, matches are free.
They
Or they used
should
to be. Now they're giving you like shitty ass mints at restaurants, but they used to just give you a pack of matches at you go and have a nice dinner. They'd just be like, here,
Yeah,
start
but
a fire.
you
Start a
can't
fire
ask for
later.
matches as a kid, so that's why we had to steal them.
Oh, yeah.
Because matches, they also have matches like for barbecues, like dads buy the matches to like
Back then,
light the
you could
red ones.
tell the quality of the restaurant, the steak you were going to get by the matches. Like if you had a match book, it was like, you're at the ground round.
Mhm.
You're at
I
Steak and
would
Ale.
love like a matchbook collection. Like people used to collect things.
They did,
Like,
yeah.
I would
They'd have a
love
huge
like
thing
an
of matches.
old matchbook collection from different places that you've been.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
bet eBay has something like that.
I
And
could
I'm
have
it's
thinking
shell with like
we might we might have a box or something like that where we used to have that. Because yeah, if you went to a nice restaurant, it was a box of matches. It wasn't a match
Yeah.
book. It was a
Mm.
No.
box. It's like a sliding
But a
box
matchbook
of.
could be nice too. Like it could have like good
It could be
art on it.
glossy.
It could be a good color. It
Mm.
could have like a pink stripe pad,
You got
like
to make
all
sure you
kinds of
can write on
things.
the inside though. It can't
Sure,
be like glossy on the inside because you got to write a
sure.
phone number or an address for a hit, for like a mob hit on the inside of a
Yeah.
matchbook.
I'm gonna be
Totally
stupid
different.
and release a photo book of just a photo book collection of just bowls full of matches and put that and make that a coffee table book.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess. Yeah, I'm thinking of my in-laws. Maybe
gotta
they have
exist.
they have a giant bowl of matches still. Because my parents definitely
See
have,
the
but they
picture.
still
I
have
need
a
to see the
giant.
picture.
Yeah,
People
I don't
don't,
remember.
and I feel like kids don't like value that. Like if their parents pass and there's like this big bowl, like they don't understand like what that means. Like that
Well,
was like a date night. That was like a date night, or that was like we went out this night, or we were in this town and we got this book of matches. Like it meant something, right?
well,
A little,
exactly right. You're exactly right. But it didn't need to be anything in particular other than a tradition. It could be a date night. It could be a family night out at whatever the cheap seafood place or whatever. It was just a tradition.
I feel like we should
It
try
was a
and hold
tradition.
on to that. I feel like we should try and find that. As as a husband, like you should try and make that for your family, like that they have
We,
something that's like that you do all the
yeah, I
time,
agree. I agree.
right?
I guess we kind of do with everyday things, especially the vacations, of course. We our garage fridge. I'll take a
Got a
picture.
Coors Light.
Our garage. Well, yeah, it's well, we're
Miller,
doing
Miller.
Lone Star. We're doing Lone Star Light, the national beer of Texas.
Why
Lone Star
wouldn't
Light.
you? It's
Okay.
fucking ridiculous that you're not. That's
Well,
crazy.
they got 30 packs. And they got a 30 pack of beer that's the same price as a case of Miller, like a 24 pack of Miller
Why
Lite. So it's like,
wouldn't you?
of course,
Right.
yeah.
Hey, Lone Star, hook up your boy over here with a sponsorship. Let's go.
Plus, it's got the
Go.
yeah, it's got the whole
LFG.
thing on it. Texas.
America, baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
What was it? What were we talking about?
We were talking about that crazy
But the
chick that.
tradition,
Oh, that yeah.
yeah, traditions.
yeah, just like vacations and our garage fridge
Mhm.
has stickers all over it. And it's got stickers like everywhere we go. If there's a sticker, we get a sticker and we put on the fridge. So vacation, restaurant, city, town, school event, whatever, there's a sticker on the fridge to, commemorate that. So
So I love that. My fridge
yeah,
is
so
full of
you gotta
stuff. It's like
find
pictures and like
ways.
a collage. Yeah.
Yeah,
To make
whatever it is.
memories.
Whatever it is, you gotta
Yes.
find it's just whatever it is, tradition.
Yes.
Whether
I
it's
That's
love
why
that.
America
matchbooks,
as a country is so lost. We've lost traditions in this
yeah,
country.
whether it's matchbooks
You're right.
or family photos, or when I was growing up, I there was a period when I was a young child, not even not even 10 years old, I think, where I had a beer can collection.
Like, what's wrong with your son? He's 10 years old. Why does he have a drinking problem that's this
This was
bad?
no, this
No,
was
like
like
remember
no,
the
my parents
99
did.
bottles of beer on
My
the
Oh,
wall?
parents
Like it
did,
was
and they
beer
had
was
a
like a big deal,
gotcha.
yeah.
right?
You can look at it now. I'll show. If you look up like beer can memorabilia holder or something like that, beer can collection holder, you'll find the same things I had back in the 70s where we had these things on our wall and they would have like a beer can. The one I remember most is St. Pauli Girl.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Of
And these were
course.
the beer cans. These are the classic beer cans that are made of like a half a pound of like real aluminum or like
Yeah.
steel. And
Yeah.
before they're like, we can make these lighter. Like the beer cans were like sturdy
Yeah.
and they had a
Yeah.
pull tab, not the flip, not the whatever it is now.
No.
It was a
Full
pull
pull.
tab.
Makes a
Yeah.
totally different noise.
So
Yes, it
I'm
does.
not even joking. Like when we would get like another one was Lowenbrow, which was not a good
Oh,
beer, but like was like Lowenbrow. I had like the big tiger,
you
like a
I
remember
just
the
time.
like
song?
I just like the name.
Lowenbrow, yeah, man. So, but what we would do when my mom or what they would go out, they would get like a special case, like a 6 pack of beer. They would actually open it open the can with a can opener from the bottom and pour the beer out, because then in the collection on the wall, the pull
Yes.
tab was still on.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Like
Makes
the
sense.
Like
can
this
opener
was a
had the,
serious,
the point
yeah,
on
this
the
was a
end that you
serious
grabbed it.
thing. And
Yeah.
I was like 9 years old. And I had a
Do you
beer can
remember
collection
that
on my
little
wall.
can opener? Like I don't even have one in my house. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like that you
Oh
would
yeah, I remember. Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
would like
absolutely.
grip and like do a little
Just a little
I don't
triangle.
even I don't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
have one of those.
It was because the can,
What
it
did
was
they
to
need it for? Juice?
well, because at some
Whoa,
point a
whoa,
can of
whoa.
beer didn't have any kind of pull tab at all. Like you had to
No,
have
no,
a,
no. Not just okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. But I mean, my mom wasn't like opening cans of beer. Like, why did she have that thing?
Other
I don't know.
reasons.
I gotta like think about this and ask my sister about it because
Yeah, okay, okay,
I did have a
okay.
beer can collection on my wall when I was like before I had pubes.
Okay, all
That's
right.
got it. That had no of an effect on my current behavior. I'll be right back.
I think so. Oh my
So,
gosh.
Manny,
Yeah.
tell me about the Stang, baby. How is
It,
it? I had a Stang for a minute and I loved it.
what year
I
did
loved
you
it.
was your Mustang?
Oh, 2008.
Oh, okay.
Drop top.
How long did you own it for? Of course, every woman drives a fucking drop top or a convertible if it's
Not
available.
very long. Not very long. I sold it for cash, but not very long. Not very long.
Did you wait, was it 5 speed or automatic?
Uh, Automatic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this Mustang I'm currently driving, it's a rental. Well, even though I trolled on my IG that was like, new car, who this?
I loved it. Yeah. And I love seeing the new model, like the new body style. It looks good. I
Hmm.
liked it. It kind of has like a Camaro-esque hump to the front, right?
I'm more of a
But
Camaro fan. I mean, yeah, I grew up in a Camaro. I'm a Chevy dude, so the fact that I'm
but the
driving a
body
Ford,
style on that
it
looks
is
a little bit,
very,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
influenced by it.
Sexy.
Yeah,
Sexy.
the
Yeah.
lines are there.
Yeah.
What I didn't know about this car is that it's turbocharged. It's a V8. So when I was initially kind of leaving off the lot and kind of taking the roads back home, there was a few times where the car was well, it's a squirrely car. So
Okay.
I understand now driving one why these idiots that purchase them and they go to like car shows or races or whatever, and they're leaving, they always end up plowing into a crowd of pedestrians. Um,
Oh,
these
they
cars are hard.
always do.
Yeah, there's a running joke within the car guy community that if they're driving a Mustang, be careful because it might be hungry, and by that
Okay.
means plow into a crowd of civilians. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, gotta be careful with those.
okay.
But it's been fun. It has some nifty features here and there. I'll have this vehicle for a few weeks and then take it back.
What's the
And
gas mileage? I mean, obviously you would never buy a Mustang, but
so yeah, I think it has like maybe a 12 gallon or 13-gallon tank. I only filled it up to like maybe 10 gallons if I did my math correctly. It gets about with what I filled it up. Oh, that's the other thing too. It has a nice little gauge that, aside from the gas gauge, it tells you X amount of miles before you to empty.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so it does good on the gas because it also has that little feature where it doesn't idle. As soon as you stop, it just turns off.
That makes
Yeah,
me
So
the truck
nervous.
my truck does that too.
It makes me
that is
nervous. I don't
And
like that.
like it doesn't like the cooling system like to come out and when it's warm it doesn't work when it shuts off. So yeah.
Well,
mm,
that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, it's a little bit different. The AC when your engine's not
Yeah.
running. That makes me nervous because grew up in an era when, like, you know, in the early mid 80s, when every time you started your car, you're a little worried that it might not start.
yep.
Like, so now, like, I'm even sitting in traffic and I
It's
hear the car
bringing me.
next to me, like, starting. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
aren't you nervous about that? Like, how many
Yeah.
times? But it's, really. that car can start a million times before it breaks down. But like
I had
back in
a
the day, like that was
Scirocco with
a
a fuel injection problem, and I live in Sacramento, and sometimes it gets like 112 degrees. But the fuel injection problem on my Scirocco was every time I stopped at a red light, motherfucker died. So here I am,
That's
dead in
that
my
German engine.
Scirocco, and it was a 6 speed. Yeah.
oh,
Oh
I've
my
told a
gosh,
Scirocco
the
story.
worst. Yeah, you had a
Not a
Scirocco
fun.
too.
My
One of my
friend,
favorites.
Mark, yeah, his Scirocco died at a Grateful Dead concert at the gate, and we got to the gate, where they're like, "Pay your parking," and the car just like blew up in smoke, and we just got out, and walked away. It was fucking awesome.
The
I mean,
I hope you.
worst.
the next day
Scirocco's
for
are
him
the
was like
worst.
his next week was like hell because his
Yeah.
dad was like trying to strangle him.
Yeah.
But it's like
I
for me personally, not a
Yeah.
problem. Just had to get a ride
Yeah.
home with somebody. But yeah, it was like that was amazing. Amazing. That Scirocco.
They're fat. They were fast though. It was a little fast. I love that little
They felt like
fast.
a car out of Star Wars a little bit.
Yes.
They felt like the Millennium Falcon because they were like
I
fast
loved
and
it.
also a little
So
rickety.
fast. My license plate, I bought it from like a person that already owned it, but the license plate that was on it when I got it was too fast for yeah.
too fast for you.
TFST for you. Like I drove that thing like it was stolen the whole time. No wonder,
Yeah.
except for at a light. It just, at a stoplight, the whole thing went dead and you'd have to wait. And then you would start it back up and then go. But yeah,
Yeah.
my Scirocco fuel injection problems.
I think about that now with like the protesters and they're just like running at the police.
Right.
Let me tell you about a time in like 1989 where me and my buddies were driving around and my friend Shiraka, and we had like a water bong in the center console. And we were just like, if we saw anything close to like a flashing blue, we'd just like go the other direction. It's like we were just like trying to get as far away from the authorities as possible.
Water bomb.
Wait,
In the
was it?
center console, like thinking that we could just put a sweatshirt on it. Nope.
Sure.
It was very bold of you.
It's different. It was a different time though. It was like a time where like, yeah, we were having a good
Just didn't
time.
give
And
a
like
fuck.
we were out having a good time. We were like, why would anybody want to stop us from having a good time? Like,
If
what's
anything,
your
let's invite them. Come on, bro.
yeah, like what's your
Haters.
problem? What is your problem?
Get on our level, as the kids say.
They'd be like, no cap, officer.
Hey, speaking of Cap, how about that chick that killed her fucking dog and was just like, "Yeah, I just killed my dog. It was time."
Man, the
She's
stupidity.
defending it. She's defending it. How is this
Yeah.
art?
Wait,
Sometimes I
Sorry.
think Thanos might have been right. Like half
Not
half of us
Thanos.
don't really, half of us just don't, man. Like if Thanos was like flipped his fingers and Christy Gnome just didn't kill her dog, like maybe that's all right. Maybe that'd be
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Yeah.
shouldn't make a Endgame movie to like reverse that.
Why is she defending it though? Is the other thing. Like, this is what kind of world are we living in?
Just like the stupidity compounds upon itself. You know what I mean? It's like
It does.
the stupidity is always just like we got to be more stupid.
Devil's
But just
advocate.
much like my 14-year-old self. It's like
Um,
we gotta really like max out the stupidity. But like this woman,
yeah.
yeah, she's like to the day, like still like doing videos and trying to talk about how that dog deserved it.
Wait, has Peter spoken out about this?
That dog was asking for it.
My husband said the other night, because we have a puppy, and he's struggling in some areas, and he said, I guess you could just take him outside and shoot him.
Yeah,
the
Peter's
gnome treatment.
Peter's response was like, just like, look, do we even need to say anything? That's what the response was like. And I was like, it's a pretty good PETA ad to just show her to like read an excerpt from her book. She was like, hey, fetch boy, fetch boy.
Did you see the meme that showed her laughing and it said, because I'm reading Old Yeller?
No. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Like, lie to me. Tell me the dog had rabies, you dumbass. Like, you
Or at
dumbass
least be
bitch.
like, I took it to the local shelter and put it down humanely.
It was so old.
You're just be
Had
like,
to go.
the dog went at my daughter's throat.
It was a
So I had to slice it in half with a katana. Like, that sounds better to me.
it was an overt microaggression. I had to react
Yeah.
Yeah.
accordingly.
No, but she went with the version where she's just like, I shot it in the face,
Oh
and it
god.
and it kind of kept on twitching.
So I
So
shot him
I
again.
so I had to put another one in her.
Good
And then I went and
lord.
got my goat and shot that bitch too.
And
Look, I
then
am
I heard
not.
the goat like scoff at me, or like, I called an attitude. I called a bad vibe from the goat. So obviously went over there and, like,
Showed him who's
shot
boss.
shot him in the leg first, and shot him in
Take
the knee
that first.
first. Yeah. So I was like, so yeah, I went over to the goat, and much like Charles Bronson, I just shot him in the knee first. So I want to see him, like, crawl,
Yeah.
and then I put him down.
And then I did it.
Look, I am in no way advocating for dog elimination in such a fashion.
Where are you going with this, man? What's
But
going?
you go for the face first? I mean, why not just go for the head first and
Okay, yeah.
oh my god.
I wasn't sure where you're going with that, but okay, yeah, I appreciate your sentiment there. Yeah, it's like,
Man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
That is
think
crazy.
this
Like that, but that's like, this is why I'll never be like Republican, because it's like some of them are real fucking dumb, like real dumb. Like, you put this in a book, and
Mhm,
then you spend a lot of money marketing the book.
mhm. There's no one
It's
around them.
election year that she's supposed to be running against Trump, right?
Yeah.
Like, his woman never driven by a suburban pet. What's that? What was that? What was that pet store that would always get boycotted? Not PetSmart, but like Pet Shop or whatever. And they'd be like people, like a bunch of uh, fruitcakes on the corner, like protesting. What is it? What do they call the dogs? Like the puppy mills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adoptions or whatever the
Like,
adoption
she's
things.
never been by one of these things and seen like how crazy we are about protecting dogs. Like, we care more about our dogs than most like foreign kids. Like, we
Yeah.
care a lot about American kids, but we care a lot more about our dogs than like foreign children.
I think
Not to
my
get too.
puppy mill. I think my
Uh,
puppy mill puppy has something.
Okay. Yeah. She got like fucking COVID-19 parvo.
Oh my god! Oh,
Like,
he lost.
Got
got
that
the
Parvo 19.
COVID. got the Wuhan parvo.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude, it's just
I
I'm
think
surprised there
Parvo's a
wasn't.
racket. I think Parvo's a racket.
Oh shit.
Why do they keep your puppy? My puppy can't go outside for another month. Have you?
Yeah.
Look
I
at
would
how
have to
big.
learn about dogs, because personally, for me as
Look
a
at how
human,
big this motherfucker is. He can't go
mm,
outside for another month
Wait,
like,
why not?
because he'll get parvo
what's
on the
the,
street.
yeah,
Apparently, it lays dormant forever.
What, like a booby trap?
yeah.
Parvo's like quicksand? It's just gonna
No,
fucking
you have
snatch
to
up on.
get three. You have to get three puppy parvo shots
And which
before
shot
your
is it on
puppy can
now?
go out and well, two, and he gets his next one next month, and he can go out like the day before my birthday, June
I
3rd. He
have
can go outside.
I have
He hasn't
to
been outside since birth. That's so
I would have
ridiculous.
to speak with authority on this matter. I would probably have to
Please
take
do.
one or two classes at a community college about animals or something like that, to know, because
homesteading, husbandry, all that shit.
look, I just go with what I know, my experiences. That's
Uh
how I judge everything in this world, by my personal experience, period. Okay. I'm not trying to imagine anybody else's experiences. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes I do, but like, I personally have got a cough before, right?
uh-huh.
And then I just cough for like maybe a few days, maybe a week, and then the cough goes away. Like, you telling me that dogs can't do this? Like, dogs can't get a cough and then the cough goes away? But
Nah,
no,
man.
they're getting your dog hooked on the parvo vaccine. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
RFK Jr.
They
RFK
tried to
Jr.
give
is
him a COVID vaccine
it'd be funny.
immediately.
Be funny if like RFK Jr. is like real anti-vax for humans, but like real pro-vax for animals. You know what I mean? Like, what if he had a farm and like every animal in his farm has every vaccine? That would make him a liar. I bet it's true. I'm going to go with it. That's true. 100% true. RFK Jr. has a
But
farm full of animals, and every animal is totally up to date with every vaccination.
I'm honestly
No,
a
no,
bit shook that
okay.
Quana
Let me
got her
take
dog
this.
shots.
Let me take a step back. RFK Jr. has dogs. Do his dogs have the parvo vaccination? If they do, he's a liar. He's a fraud because he's gotten into the parvo vax game.
Right.
yeah,
Shilling for Big Parvo.
I want to take this dog for a walk so bad because
I say you
my
just
house
do
is
it.
I
small.
don't understand
Like
that. Like that's some bullshit. You can't take. What is
it
this?
is, and I feel like I've seen smaller dogs than him. Look in the streets before, right?
Yeah.
I had to wait. A question. Do you live near any open vacant fields or lots? Shit. I was gonna say just throw your dog in the car and take it to like the nearest empty field you can and be like, oh, run around. Do your thing.
My neighborhood. Like I feel like he could just walk down the middle of my street. Like I only see like 3 dogs on my walk
Oh,
ever.
I have the perfect solution. I can't believe I didn't think about this sooner. Get your dog one of those bubbles and it could be the dog in the bubble, and that way you can
Oh,
just
that's good. Yes. I love
roam
this.
around.
Yeah, that is, you're going to get
Yes.
so much attention. This is it for you dudes out in the park, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
quit bringing your damn cute puppy around normal. Like, bring it around a bubble. You're gonna get laid big time.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna buy the world's smallest dog and put it in the world's giant
You're gonna be out
plastic
there
bubble.
at Central Park
Manny.
walking your dog in a bubble, and
First
like
of all,
chicks
Manny.
chicks
First
are
of
gonna be
all, Manny,
throwing their
why don't you have a
panties at you.
puppy? Seriously. First of all, why don't you have a puppy?
Oh,
Have it for like a couple weeks and then like
yeah.
donate it. Like, why don't you just keep recycling puppies?
Yeah, recycling.
Right?
Don't even get me
I mean,
started.
like Christopher and his recycled dog.
Yeah, that's actually gonna put me down the path of a puppy flipper. Yeah, I flip puppies for a living. It's very
Look, all I've
lucrative.
said, all I
Why wouldn't
said,
you though?
all I don't condone flipping puppies.
Mm.
I don't condone cruelty to animals. All I've ever said is that they're making new dogs all the time and they're practically free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
It's the thing though. Like, and I love him. He's great. I'm gonna keep him. He's so cute. But if I wanted the puppy endorphin, I think I could have bought him at 8 weeks and probably resold him at 12 weeks for more, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then just got like all that puppy endorphin, because their breath smells good. They don't sleep. Like they're just so cute.
I
Oh,
mean, you got to do what you got to do to get through
look
the
at him.
day, but I'm just saying that like they're making new pup. It just goes to my point. They're making new dogs all the time. It's just like there's like a non-stop supply of free dogs in this world.
You're right. Great.
I am.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Oh
right.
man.
And
So you should value them accordingly.
I do. I do.
That's all
I
I'm
do.
saying.
Look at him over there. So cute. Just digging in his little toy chair.
Oh my
His,
He's a
god.
good one.
his $800 toy chair.
Dude, that dog better get us a good draw with the fucking viewer count. Damn it.
That he
It's
ate.
air. I mean, it's a
He ate
perfect.
some
I
of the
mean,
white
I would pay a little bit for that dog because it's like Air Bud. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. He's so sweet though. He is a really good dog. He's a good dog. Can you see him?
Yeah.
Might be able to get him into the world of child dog actors. No Diddy,
Yeah.
lucrative. I've heard.
It's not prepared for no day.
No,
I don't
No
think I
dog
don't think
day.
I don't think anybody is or was, I should say.
it's a real thing. The Hoteps are saying no Diddy.
I know.
They're like,
No
man, I love that new album by that rapper, and like no Diddy. And they don't talk
Hey,
about me, but
It's been kind of quiet on that front. What if he was just like a distraction and they're like, all right, we're done with using Diddy.
No,
Oh,
bro.
okay.
The fact
It's
that
catching
no
on.
arrests have been made, like literally, that was a cleanup. We're not going to hear anything else about it. It's over.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what it was. Gotcha.
Someone just wanted some new
We just
videos.
witnessed a cleanup, is what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hillary had
That's what
run
it
out of
did.
all her child snuff films and needed some new material to work on in her
Mhm.
Devil Dungeon. So yeah,
Um,
Hillary was like, "Go and get all Diddy's
Speaking of
tapes."
Hillary, the John Podesta video is making a resurgence on TikTok, and it's horrifying, obviously. And what I've taken as my full-time job to go into every video and say, and he is the chief of staff for Joe Biden.
Podesta is still,
Yes,
man. That is okay. That is sneaky because
egregious.
I'm aware, and I guess I knew that, but I guess they like announced that real quiet a
Yeah,
couple years back, and they just don't
bro.
talk about it. He's never on TV. He's the chief of staff. He's never on TV, never quoted, never even mentioned.
For
Yeah, I
good
don't, but
reason.
yeah.
Pizzagate. Oh, anyways.
Even if not that, these are just weasels to the extreme. So yeah, I would believe anything about them because they've proven themselves to be just the most weaselly of weasels of all Weasel Town.
Yep.
That's a little throwback to what I just Frozen. The
Oh,
Duke of it's the Duke of Weaseltown. No, it's Wesselton.
okay.
Oh, I thought it was seldom heard 70s B-side to,
No,
Funky
John
Town.
Podesta and Hillary and they're all from Weaseltown,
Yeah.
scum of the earth. So I wouldn't put it past them, or I wouldn't put it past them not participating, but you know, using information like that
Frazzle
against other people.
oh, things to Google.
What was
Not
that?
Google. DuckDuckGo. Nothing. I
What
don't
was
want
the
anyone to see the things that I've seen. I mean, I before 2020, like when people were talking about conspiracies, like you could actually like search things and you would see them. And yeah, anyways, it's
Yeah,
You just got to know
one
where to
time
go,
to be
man.
alive.
my
Yeah.
dad didn't really tell me a lot, but my dad always made it like it was clear to me from an early age, like there's a darker side of, yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah. I
think
guess
that
my dad
people
would never
don't
talk about
understand
his
that. Like you
childhood
don't want to
growing
believe in Jesus, but there is this darker side, and I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to like there is a good side and there is a bad side, and like, what are we doing? I don't know.
Yeah, I
Just
think
are.
you don't have to take this as a religious thing, as something like, but it's like, yeah, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing people he didn't exist. It's like
Ah,
Hmm.
that kind of goes to a lot of things, like, you know, things
it
that
goes
you
to so many things.
yeah. So you
Mhm.
can't even imagine terrible things or yeah. It's deep and dark. Oh.
Good and bad. Good and bad.
Yeah, good and evil, like yin and yang. There was nothing with like an Asian background, like yin and yang and that kind
Everyone
of
should
thing. It was
listen
like,
to the Tucker Carlson video or podcast that he did with Joe Rogan. I think he goes into it in a way that's understandable, good and
yeah, Tucker's
evil.
going through something. He's really like, it's. I'm down with it. I like him, so I don't really like. I don't really feel the need to make some grand proclamation about what Tucker Carlson's doing.
Hmm.
After every episode, and like, it's just like, no, he's going through like a journey. He is talking
Yeah.
to a lot of different people. Some of them are wacky. Some of them have different, like, really out there ideas that go against what you think or have been taught to believe. But like, those places need to be explored. And
Do
why
you
can't
feel
Tucker Carlson
like
do it? Like, why does some weirdo whack job on the internet have to explore these things? And why can't it be Tucker Carlson, someone that everybody has known for the last 20, 30 years?
Because
I
they
feel
don't
like
want
you're
the familiarity. They want, to it to be some weirdo so it could be discredited. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Do
mean,
you
I get
feel
why
like
people
your
are weirded out by
relationship,
it, you know.
do you feel like your relationship through Adam to Tucker, like Adam has kind of made Tucker a human, right? Like if you just saw Tucker on the news, you would think like,
Yeah,
oh, the bow tie, and he kind of went from this side to this side, and like he's been all over the place. But I think Adam kind of humanized him for me in the fact that like he seems like he has such a good moral compass, and he seems like he loves his wife, and he seems like he loves a simple life and his children and all the things. Like his morals seem so sound.
does yeah, I think that has solidified it, or yeah, I think that's helped,
Yeah,
right? Because
right,
before he's just a guy on TV.
Right.
right.
But then like at the same time, since when he first talked to Adam, Tucker was still a Fox News host, still very much pinned in with things he could say and talk about.
But didn't you feel like
And
you knew
he's
him as a
and his
person and you
situation
felt
is
more like
yeah, yeah, for sure.
genuine?
Hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Um, yeah, because I think Tucker's the kind of guy that talks about himself in real terms, like tells
Yeah.
tells people about like the things he did, like when he drank too much or did this or did that was like bad.
Yeah.
Um,
And he loves the
I
Grateful
think that
Dead, so
really, yeah, love that. Um, love the Grateful Dead. But like also I get why the normies that are still in that boxed in world at Fox
right.
News or National Review Online or the Weekly Standard and all those like standard Republican conservative incorporated publications are just freaked out. They don't like it. They don't like it when someone they know is not acting like they act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just like it freaks those normies out. Like the guys that are just on the news all the time and talking heads, and they're always wearing suits, and they think they're different from politicians, but they live in the Beltway and they just exist in that world. Like I'm talking about like the standard Republicans and National Review guys and those, you know,
Yeah.
neocons and classic Republicans from like the 90s, 2000s. Um, yeah, they're freaked out by what Tucker is doing because they're very used to a world where no, your contract with CNN prohibits you from doing and saying and like asking all these weird questions. Like your contract
Right.
is supposed to
Yeah.
protect us from these weird ideas. Like
What's
Yeah.
going
stop,
on?
stop like making me question things. I don't like it.
Yeah.
So I think that's a lot of what's going on with Tucker. Because like they love him one week and then the next week he interviews some weirdo and they're like, what the hell is he doing? Is he completely lost?
Yeah.
Is he working for
They
Russia
can't.
now? It's like, man, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Now I know. Now I know how stupid you are. Like either Joe
Exactly.
or where Fox News shitbird.
Mm.
But now I know. So I love what Tucker's doing. Even if I don't really
Me
like
too.
some of the interviews he does is kind of like, I don't know. Maybe this person doesn't deserve a platform, but
But
I want to know
like
what that person
the
thinks.
fact that he's been inside so many conversations that maybe the normal person wouldn't have been involved in,
It's fair.
and that he's honest about them in a way that is, he has like an innocence about him because he doesn't have the internet, he's not on TV, he's not like seeing all the things, so he has an innocence about him that is not touched by the fucking internet.
Yeah, I think
And
there's
there's
for
that's a
me,
rare person, like a
yeah.
rare man that's not affected by the internet. Like that's,
When he talks about I mean I try to talk about it, but to somewhat, but like when he talks about his evolution,
yeah,
right? And like you talk about like the terrible things you did when you were 15, and then a little bit less terrible when you're 17, and a little less terrible when you're 20. And how you grow and like how you look at things. And like one of the big things for me with Tucker is how he talks about um, the second Iraq War
Right.
and the whole like weapons of mass destruction bit. And
sure,
I mean, just all the
yeah,
lies. And he just says like, yeah, I got duped. Like I got like maybe it was right, but I feel like I got conned there. And I think a lot of people feel the same way.
Mhm.
Like that's
Sure.
why a lot of people are just like, fuck this Ukraine business, and like I don't know, like I want Israel to win, but like I don't need to like mortgage my house for them
Yeah.
because we realized we were kind of bullshitted about some stuff. Me personally, like when the second Iraq after 9/11 and the second Iraq war, like
Iraq 2.0.
what didn't get talked about a lot at that time was that like I honestly I mean I would put a strap on a polygraph. I didn't care about weapons of mass destruction, all that bullshit. Like at that time, it was like proven that Saddam Hussein had taken out a hit to like assassinate George H.W. Bush.
Right.
Right.
To me, that was like that's enough. Like you don't need to
Yeah.
lie to me about weapons of mass destruction and like all this blah, 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 blah.
But the
You
lie
don't
might have been about the hit.
like
Like that's the part that we don't know.
I think at that point it was like I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
he wasn't even the president anymore. It's like, okay,
Right.
that sounds like something this guy would do.
Yeah.
I really don't know. Because he was also we trained him too. We
Yeah.
trained Saddam Hussein.
Exactly.
But I was like, I don't care if we train him or not. Like, you want to talk shit, like you're gonna get it. Like you don't, and I was like, I remember my experience was like, stop, you don't have to lie to me about all this other stuff. Focus on the big thing.
Please.
And
Please.
also, my thought was if you're trying to
And leave
just,
me out of it. Don't lie to me. Just leave me out of it. Like just go do it.
or they were at that time, they were kind of saying wink, wink, like, hey,
Yeah.
everybody, if we want our economy to keep going for the next 10, 20, 30 years, you want to send your kids to college, we kind of make sure that like oil production is stable. Just tell me that. Don't make up stuff. Like, just tell me the truth
So
that
much
we
stuff
need to
right
go in
now.
here to like regulate a little bit and make sure things are stable.
Why aren't people talking about the fact that, I mean, you don't want to know what gas costs in California,
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
like
why is
over
no one
700.
talking about how Trump had a fucking line open in our own country and gas prices were so low? And like the immediate order of business when Joe Biden took office was to shut that shit down.
Yeah.
Like,
And
why does no one talk about that?
to be very
Like that was
fair,
his first order of business, like shut it down.
yeah, to be very fair, like at the same time that Joe Biden didn't have to do much to just fuck it all up, like Trump,
Yeah.
to not give him too much credit, he didn't have to do much either. He just had to say stuff like we should produce more gas here. And I'm gonna make sure that like we don't put regulations that
We
we can
do.
produce more oil. And all the oil producers here were just like, sounds good. Let's start digging. Let's
Yeah.
start drilling.
Let's fucking drill some
So
oil.
he didn't even need to do much. But then Joe Biden didn't need to do much either because it was like all it took was like one piece of paper signed and gas prices started shooting up. Uh, that's how simple it can be. Just make things affordable and cheap and let Americans prosper and
Just
kick
we'll
ass
see.
and innovate and create things and let us have fun because when we have fun, everybody
Christmas.
everybody benefits.
Yeah. Ready to have some fun.
I would say,
Spend
like, not to be too American centric, but like when Americans are having a good time, it's good for the world. It's good. When Americans are like pissed off because their gas is 7.50 a gallon, like I
Are the
mean,
prices ever going to go down at the grocery store? That's my question. Like
well, they won't. We only have like
my
we have
grocery
to wish that
bill,
wages go up.
I am like, I'm the mom that buys the same amount of, like, I cook all the meals, I make all the lunches, I make all the dinners. So I buy all of the same things roughly for the month. Like, yes, my dinner menu fluctuates for each week in the month, so it might be a little more, a little less, but it's like 20 or $30 more or less. Like you have to buy some cheese or whatever the fucking thing is.
All the yeah, like three-quarters of the stuff you buy the same stuff every week, and you're noticing that
It's hundreds of dollars more. Hundreds. It's
yeah,
crazy. It's insane.
and it messes us up because we're also a culture. American culture is also a culture of like don't complain. So
Yeah.
it kind of really gets us effed up. You know what I mean? Because it's like everybody's like,
Yeah.
this is not like, wait a minute here. Like
When you
I
think
did
about the
I didn't
Boston
get a
Tea Party, like the tax was only a couple percentages, and now
yeah.
we're just like just eating it, taking it in the butt. We don't even care. We're just like, give it to us.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
This country's
Yeah, it's
masochistic.
like
That's
I
why.
think people are starting to kind of think like, man, this is just I didn't get a $40 raise this week, but everything that I needed was $40 more. That's all it could be, just like just or it's like, hold on a second, when I rented this Airbnb last year, it was this, and now it's like 20% more. Like,
Yeah.
well, I didn't get a 20% raise this year. So this doesn't really add up that my vacation that we took is gonna be 20% more. Like, doesn't really add up. So it's going to make people angry. It's since the beginning of time or economies, that's been the case. Like when you make stuff cost more, people get a little unruly.
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Not a happy note to end on, y'all.
Well, there is. It's raining and hailing in Dubai. It has been for the past, I don't know how many weeks now.
That's some crazy
So
stuff.
it is.
Bro.
I feel
Every
like there
time I
need,
see the planes cross over, I'm like, yep, what a motivation. Here we go.
you know how in the futuristic movies where things go wrong,
Yeah.
Yep.
it's always here, right? When like I Am Legend and Will Smith and they were like, the virus that made everybody zombies, like that happened in New York City, like
Right.
in Manhattan,
Yeah,
like downtown Manhattan,
sure.
like the day after tomorrow, yeah, day after tomorrow, where everything froze. It's like
No, well, that
that
was
was
worldwide, but
very
they,
America centric. Like we
yeah,
just polluted too much and then caused the earth to freeze.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like the reality is like this weird shit's going on like on the other side of the globe.
Hmm.
And like you got the Saudis or the Emirates over there just like making hailstorms in deserts.
Like we want
Hmm.
to ski too. Come on.
Don't get me started, but they have been doing weather modification in our country as well. And I predict and maybe have seen that a lot of the strange things that like people are like, I've never seen a tornado like this before, might have to do with that. And I think Dubai is just laying out for us because they're open about it. They're like, we're modifying the fucking weather, bitch. We're making it rain, we're
It
making
would
it hail, we're doing all these things. But I
I think we
think
might
that
have
it's
already done it
happening
this
in our
time.
country too. I think it's
Yeah.
I
happening in our country
think
too.
I think that
I
in the
know it's
grand
happening.
scheme of conspiracies that you're probably right. But in our country, it's happening on a really small scale because there's just experiments. And then
Why wouldn't
Then the
they like put
Saudis are
out the
just like,
fires though in California? Like we know it's working. We know we do it. Like why would if a fire is going in Malibu, why not see some fucking clouds?
I don't think it's that precise.
It is. I think it is.
Or or maybe it's like, well, if we do that, we could have like a massive hailstorm, and then people are going to start asking
Yeah.
questions.
And then it's gonna rain forever in California.
They're
We're
like,
not gonna see anything.
we might be better off just letting
Oh,
this fire burn out because if we put the fire out with our hailstorm magic, like the natives are going to
yeah.
freak out. The natives are going to
Oh,
start doing dances around fires and whatnot, like start painting their faces and sacrificing, virgins to
Everybody.
volcanoes. Like, we must make another hailstorm. Like, people start getting sacrificed in the streets. Like, yeah, they should probably just let the fires burn out for now. But now my guess is that like America is doing all the experiments. We're paying all the money to our universities to test these things.
Right.
And then Saudi Arabia is just like, thank you. Now we're going to try it 1,000-fold. Now we're really going to sink some money into this experiment and make it hail in the desert.
Yeah, it's like, look, we're tired. You don't know how tired we are of this heat, so we don't care. Let's just come on, bring it on.
But it is kind of amazing because they say like some of the desert territory
Yeah.
is the most fertile.
yeah.
It just lacks water. It's got all the minerals. So all it
Mm.
needs is
Yeah.
water and bam, like things could change. But hey, okay. So what if the glaciers are melting and the sea levels are
Nobody cares about
rising?
Antarctica and the gold.
I don't care. Uh,
I don't have
uh,
One
No, I'm
topic at a
saying, what
time,
if
please.
if the Saudis are like, like doing magic cloud seeds to like pull water off the oceans and dump it in their
Yeah.
deserts, it's like, then maybe we do need the ice caps to melt because we're going to run out of water soon. It's going to take a lot of water to rehydrate the Sahara.
Mhm.
Better start melting those polar ice caps quick.
It's all right. There's water beneath the water, so
Tell you
we'll be
what,
fine.
to
Yeah.
help Saudi Arabia, I'm going to go out and start burning some styrofoam and tires.
Nice. Tonight,
Yeah, I
that's
care.
how
I
you're
mean,
gonna
I
start
care
your
about my
fire.
fellow man.
It's good.
It's a little chilly too. It's bugs out, mosquitoes. Mosquitoes don't really like the burning tires.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like it.
It's okay. We don't really like mosquitoes, so it's a win-win.
Well, that's why I was thinking when they say like the sea level's rising, I'm just like, is it
You gotta do your
water?
part.
Isn't water
Do your
good?
part.
Isn't more water good? Like
We
all I
found a
hear
new
about in the
ocean
summer is like all
this
these
week
riverbeds
too.
that are
We found a
dry.
new ocean underneath us, so I think more water is good
Oh yeah, we could
for
get into
us.
that. They found like a hole in the ocean floor.
That has
Like,
more ocean than our oceans.
oh, I don't know about that. That sounds
That's what they said. No, no, no.
okay.
How were they able to measure that to be able to get like a reading of how
Is
much
this like a
water?
hollow core that goes down to like the Earth center?
Well, I mean, the Earth Center has been proposed to be lava for time and millennium. So
No,
interesting that it's
just a
not,
bunch of
that
it's a
there
bunch of
might be.
it's a bunch of midgets larping medieval times down there. It's been books written about this shit.
You just gave me quite the visual with that.
Yeah, man. Taking pointy ears, like dragons and stuff.
A lot of flute and lute being played in the background
We
music.
better fill up that hole before they come out. You gotta
Definitely
start dumping, I don't know, toxic waste, whatever we got. Start dumping in that hole.
dumping all the things.
You're probably lucky I'm not in charge.
Yeah, it's all
He
right.
is losing his
That's a good dog.
He wants to get
Airbud.
out. Yeah, Airbud
Airbud.
2.0.
air.
Ah, it's been a good time, everybody.
Yes, happy
Yes, sir.
Friday. Oh.
What?
Number
What?
10. We're not going to be here next week.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
We have some birthdays, some trail birthdays.
All my
yeah.
girls, all my women are having birthdays. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
My wife and daughters have the same birthday.
what?
Well, they were twins, so it was
I know the girls have the same birthday, but that's
well, the
amazing that
doctor
they
was
were
just like,
born on their
which
mom's
day? It's like,
birthday.
well, they give you a range, and it's just like if you could, they give you a range when you're gonna have the extraction done.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
would you like to do it on the day before or the day? It's like, no, you might as well just have it on the same day.
Did she decide that or did you decide that?
I don't. She did.
Because if
It
you
just made
decided
sense.
it. Okay, good.
Now I'd have been like, man, that's a lot of work in 1 month. Can we like, is
For
there like a
real.
shot you can take to like delay these things for like a month? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
can you move them into
Three
June?
Taurus women in your life.
Is that
Yeah.
what they are? Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know what that.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Well, happy birthday,
Yeah. Happy birthday to
little
them.
ladies. Yeah.
Mhm.
Keep us
To all you
informed, up to date.
ladies.
And then Mother's Day is the Sunday after too.
I
There's a lot of
know.
pressure on you this
To my
upcoming week.
children,
I'm gonna
the
smoke
12th.
some meats.
Is their birthday on the 10th?
Mhm.
Nice. Nice. I like that day.
And
That's
Mother's Day is the 12th, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. That's
I'm gonna
nice.
smoke some meats. I'm gonna smoke some cheese.
Are you
Have
gonna?
you seen the bread cheese? Like it's like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like you can
No.
fry it.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
yeah. Not, I don't know if
Yeah.
I call it bread cheese, but there's like frying cheese you can buy that's just
They call it bread cheese because it looks like a little piece of bread, but you can
yeah.
anyways, it looks like it would be good smoked.
I've always loved Greek. My family, like, we're not Greek, but we have a tradition of going to Greek restaurants, and they have this thing called saganaki, flaming cheese. I'm sure
Opa.
someone out there's heard it, but like, yeah. And they like put some kind of
Flaming
like
feta.
brandy or something on this block of goat cheese.
Feta.
I'm not kind of, I forget what kind of cheese it is.
Feta. Goat cheese is
It's
Greek.
it's not feta. I'll have to figure it out because it's a special kind of cheese and you just set it on fire and it's good.
Oh, fire cheese. I gotcha. Yeah, I've heard of that stuff.
Love
Yeah.
them. All cheese is good cheese.
Greek fire cheese.
Hmm.
Well, happy
Yeah, I think
birthday to all your
Saganaki.
ladies next
Thank you very
week.
much.
Yeah. Sorry to all
Yes.
our supporters, we won't be here, but don't worry. Go live your life. Go outside, touch grass. We'll be back the week after.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Be happy. There is a evil force of people out there trying to stop you from doing all the things that make you happy. And these
You
aren't
gotta
crazy things. These are not bad things. These are all just pure things that you want to do with your family, friends that make you happy. And they just don't want you to be happy. These jealous fuckers, I tell you what. But anyway, damn them. Do what you want. Get it on. Have yourself a nice weekend.
We got the zoomies.
peace
Good
out,
night.
y'all.
Cheers.